AVRO. Not enough volume. 79,000 shares. That's not going to work. You can keep play on your list. Definitely. Even this VNDA, like it's kind of popping up into resistance here, Brian. You know, so that's going to be something that's like, pass, right? Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, this one too is going to be real tricky. So like something like an ARGX, like, you know, gaps up and then fades all of pre-market and may just go back red. So you got to be real careful with this one and make sure that you're at like a really nice sweet spot if you're going to take something like this. I don't like when they start to bust low or pre-market like that because it just adds all this surefire resistance to going back up. So guys, let's take a look at the general markets and then let's get our game plan to go. What's up, Danny? What's up, Robin? What's up, All Day Ore? Hey, Cassia. Hey, Elisha Mohammed. Hey, Saleh. What's going on? It's Monday, baby. All right, so yeah, QQQ is looking pretty good so far. We are getting a little bit of weakness. Keep an eye on this old low from Friday. Even if we test that old low, we have multiple levels of support on the daily chart to kind of hold us up. So overall, it's going to be, there should be some strength there. Things to watch out this week is going to be obviously the Trumps are saying he's going to do the tariffs again, which we know he's not, but he likes to say it, which is kind of fun. But you know what, the president, he's going to put those tariffs on those little guys in China, and he's going to make them pay for our wall. It's going to be fantastic. So, you know, watch out for that kind of news. We saw it, I think, on Wednesday. I forgot what day it was, Wednesday or Thursday, where, you know, he tweeted something and everything kind of rolled back over. And so we've got to be careful, you know, when the Trumpsters starting to talk about the tariffs, the market will look good and then it'll dump out of nowhere. The key to remember is that the market typically dumps out of nowhere and then it kind of rebounds back up. And so we've got to kind of be mindful. Like, you'll see this all the time. Like, he'll say something, it'll tank, and then it'll come back up. And that's just the nature of the game right now. But overall, the structure of the market's really solid. We've got a lot of stuff going on. What's up, Mikey? You know, so just different levels here to watch. In the SPY, we've been kind of trending up over here. The breakout spots obviously is 2980s or 2291s. We are overbought on the stochastics. We've been up 4 days in a row, so don't be surprised if we kind of rest a little bit or just go sideways for a period of time and build up some steam to kind of bust over. It's very rare that, you know, you bust highs after you've already been up like 3-4 days in a row and you actually have the energy to do it. So just kind of something to keep mind of. There's still a lot of hot stocks in the market right now. Yes, a couple people mentioned this NUA. This could be okay. You know, I typically like to buy breakouts to highs and stuff like that, but it may have the juice because the float on this is just low enough that, you know, it could get like a little bit of a push. So we'll watch that one for sure. Watch it for an ORB or something like that. The one thing with NUA is going to be that the liquidity on this could suck. If it doesn't have millions of shares in volume, and also the spread has to be tight for me to want to be interested in it, meaning if I'm going to take one of the intraday patterns that we like to do, like an ORB or a quick pullback buy, the spread's got to be tight and the volume and liquidity's got to be good because I don't like ruining my Mondays with a low volume, low liquidity play. This QTT is gapping up a little bit here. Already got some good pre-market action here. This type of play has been hot. It's got a really funky name, which is good. We played this thing in the chat room on Friday on this breakout here. And I mean, this thing went from 14 to 20 in a hot second. So this sector's hot because it's IPOs. It's a brand new issue. So those first day, second day, third days have been really good. And then they kind of even out for a while and then they start to re-ramp. So I'm definitely on watch on this one for a second day. I would not be investing in this thing or anything like that. Remember that these kind of wild IPO plays, they're just flips. You know, like when we hit this thing at 14, it ran to 20 and then it came all the way back down. Go fucking figure, right? That's how wild they are. So you got to just kind of play with that. You know, the other one that was hot that a couple days ago was this NUA, right? It went from 6 to 12 and then Friday was just nasty. If this thing dumps big, today, then what we'll start to do is watch for some type of rounding. It could be around the breakout spots, but watch this 9 level. If you start to hold here and you start to round out, I think something like that could be, a potential bounce play, but I won't step in front of the train on this. Like, if it busts lower than 9, I'm probably not going to be interested in it today. I need it to hold that support. If it can hold it, then I think it's going to be pretty good. We'll have to keep an eye on, some of the others, we'll have to keep an eye on it in general, but man, it's got a little bit of potential on it. CGC is opening up strong today. Whoa, TC2000 doesn't want to update here. Hold on. Let me close this thing up and restart. Yeah, I'll take a look at Cron. Give me a sec. Awesome. We'll take a look at these pot stocks too, for sure. So CGC is already starting to move pre-market here. You can see it's going to kind of tap into this 9 EMA. If it can stay over the 9 EMA, then you may run to this trend line, which is about 50. And then, of course, if it breaks that, it's, all hell will break loose, and it'll really get going. The interesting thing about CGC is it was going down while TLRY was going up. Today, they're both gapping up, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. My preference is to stay away from TLRY because it may just double top over here at 126. To me, this thing is probably done for a little bit. Obviously, still got $10 worth of room, but the last couple trades I've taken it have been duds. The spread's been just horrendous. The volatility has been wild. It's been hard to control. When you think about trading, and you're starting to get kind of this kind of sloppy range where, it's not holding at levels and it's popping and fading and doing all that, then that's something that I just don't want to even be a part of. I want to stick with the easiest, cleanest plays. So that one's not going to be good for me. This JD's gapping down on some type of news. It's in a bear flag. Their CEO got arrested for doing a little hanky-panky in a hotel room. And so this thing's just been getting smoked out. Also, China stocks in general have been just sucking. They're not really getting any momentum. Bazoon, JD, IQ, Huya, all Chinese stocks have been just looking like ganar for the last couple months. So this JD's busting down on some news. I'll look at this one for an ORB. Frankly, JD, from the last few times I've traded it, it never works well on ORBs, right? You guys know ORB. So we got the gap down, then you need 3 sideways candles at the open before you take it down. But it never really works off that. So we'll have to, wait for a quick pullback buy and something like that. A bunch of guys asked about this Cronzilla. Cron looks a little bit like CGC. It's under some resistance now. Its range is super loose. I find this one just harder to trade than CGC in general, but, you could put it on your list as long as it gets over this 9 EMA here. So that's 11. Keep an eye on that. I'm not familiar with Origami, OGRMF. I'm not familiar with this, but this could be something you put on the watch list. Frankly, I just didn't even know about it. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I never trade stuff I really haven't heard of, but I'm going to watch it for you today and see what the heck is going down on this thing. Add this Twitter to your watch list here. This thing is bear flagging right now. You've got some news out in the morning that's giving it a gap down. This thing should take it out of the bear flag here. This thing's got volume and liquidity. Obviously, it's in a downtrend right now. We'll see if this thing has some follow through. Hot damn, that thing's probably going to have a little bit of news. On the other side, on the non-gapper side, I put this CDAY on the list. It's an IPO stock. It's busting out the highs over here. You saw a really nice trend or intraday going yesterday. So right now, this thing's got a little bit of juice here. And you even saw some nice VWAP pullbacks and stuff like that. You're getting a little bit of a weak open. So when you get a weak open like that, watch for a red to green, meaning it opens weak and then goes green. You can hit this thing. I'm thinking this thing has the potential to bust out the highs. I really like this RGNX too. You came out of this pattern or this flag pattern over here. Really nice trender at a $10 range on Friday. You're starting to see a little bit of a weak open. It's opening about 50 cents down here. If this thing goes red to green today too, we should be able to play this one. Play had an earnings breakout on Friday. You got a flat open over here. If you get that spike at the open and then a little bit of a sideways movement, watch it for an ORB. Cryptos are dead right now, my man Fadad, so no crypto plays today. They've been acting like hoes for shows, you know, so we're not going to necessarily get anything hot on them today. Roku's been basing out at 72. If you look at its 15-minute chart, you can see multiple tests on that 72 to get this thing going. I think this one's going to have some heat on it, so I would definitely keep Roku on the watch list too, guys. It's Monday. It's fun day, so let's go out and make sure that we've got a lot of fun. Guys, if you're enjoying our pre-market show, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Spread the word into the community and let your friends know about this. We do this every day, so we've got to go out and really attack this. It's Money Monday. I find if I have a hot day on Monday and I'm able to stack in some gains, usually the rest of my week is good. There's a lot of opportunities in this market, so don't get any FOMO of like what's going around or what's going down. You know, there's more than enough plays here every single day to kind of keep you guys going. As always, I will be in the chat room trading live on screen share for my peoples. So if you guys need me, feel free to hit me up with any questions or do anything. Let's go and do what we got to do. All right? Peace, my friends.